Hello and welcome to another video. So you may already know about the GT1 and GT1 Pro, but what about the GT1 Plus? That's what we have here today, so let's have a closer look. The box is the same as the others, so there's really nothing special to see here, except for the aptX mark in the lower left corner. Since these earphones have aptX, the sound quality, latency and battery life should be better than the other models. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Here we have the case, a manual and the accessories. For charging we get a typical micro USB cable, so again for some reason we don't get a USB Type-C. Here's the rubber buds, and they are of the same type as we have seen before. They're cone shaped, soft and come in 3 different sizes. These are comfortable and they do a good job blocking the surrounding sound. We also get the English user manual that describes everything very well. The case itself looks nice and is pretty much identical to the original GT1 case. The main difference from the GT1 is that it's got a slightly larger battery. This one has a 310 mAh while the GT1 has 300. For comparison, the GT1 Pro has 800 mAh, so the Plus has less than half the capacity of the Pro, but almost the same as the standard GT1. Sadly, there's no battery indicator on the Plus model. I do like this black color as it's not very glossy, and I guess we can say it's a semi-matte finish. The earphones are taped, so that's nice for preventing charging. They look just like the GT1 and GT1 Pro, with the same rounded boxy design. It's not really my favorite design, but I sit very well in the ears, and are comfortable to wear for longer periods. So it's just a matter of personal taste. They are quite small and weigh only 3.6 grams each, so you'll hardly notice them in the ears. They're also of the longer type, so they do go deeper into the ears compared to, for example, the Haylou T15. The rubber buds are easy to take off and put back on, so changing to a different size is very easy. Please do try the different sizes, as the sound quality will change a lot depending on the fit in your ears. While the earphones are charging in the case, the little red lights will stay on until they're fully charged, and charging them from empty to full takes about 1.5 hours. The earphone's battery is said to last about 5 hours, but in my tests at around 80% volume, I got around 4.5 hours. The case is said to give us up to 12 hours of extra battery, which isn't a lot, but I guess it's just not possible to get a bigger battery in such a small case. To pair them with the phone, all we need to do is take them out of the case and click Haylou GT1 Plus on the phone. If you wish, this can also be used in single mode, and they have master-slave switch, so you can choose which one is the master. We can of course also see the remaining battery on the phone. The next time you want to use them, just take them out of the case and they will connect automatically. The front of the earphone is touch sensitive, and we have the usual Haylou commands here. So to play or pause, we tap once, tap twice on the right one to skip to the next song, tap twice on the left one to go back or to the previous song, tap 3 times to open the assistant. The touch area is responsive and reacts quickly, so it works very well. It's also placed in the middle of the front, so I've had no problems with accidental touches. Even though these earphones are shaped like rounded boxes, they do sit very well in the ears. Mostly because they go quite deep into the ear canal, but they also rest a bit inside the ear's cavity. They haven't fallen out while using them, and I think they could be good for jogging as well. If you get very sweaty in the ears, they may move a bit, but it's not really a problem. The sound quality is well balanced from top to bottom, so let's start at the top. The highs are nicely balanced and have good details, without sounding harsh or creating any form of discomfort at louder volumes. I do feel that there's something lacking in the high range though, but it still sounds nice, so it's not a deal breaker. The mids do a good job separating vocals, so both male and female voices sound nice and present. It also does a good job separating instruments. When it comes to the bass, they have less than the standard GT1. They still have a nice punchy bass with a bit of rumble, but they're not the best in the class. There are many other earphones out there with better bass. The Haylou T15, for example, are much better for bass-heavy music. And like I said, even the standard GT1s have more. Although they have a nicely balanced sound, the missing portion of the highs and lows makes them feel less spacious than they could be. They don't sound muffled in any way, but in my opinion they're a little bit lacking in space. Overall the sound is very nice, It's got a good and comfortable balance from high to low, and they do a good job separating vocals and different instruments. Compared to the standard GT1, I can shortly say that the Plus have a wider and better balanced sound, but I do have less space. The standard GT1 goes deeper and has a better rumble. The volume on the standard also goes higher than the Plus. Regarding latency in videos, the aptX chip is doing a very good job. There's almost no lag, which makes it very good for apps like YouTube, Netflix, and so on. But when it comes to gameplay, the latency is noticeable. I played a few hours of PUBG, and it is playable, but there is a bit too much delay in my opinion. If you want earphones for games, I recommend getting some with gaming mode. There are of course also microphones on these earphones, and the quality is quite good. I find the sound to be clear, and I don't have to talk very loud for it to pick up the voice. There's also DSP and CVC for noise reduction. Here's a sample I recorded, so you can judge for yourself. This is a microphone test for the Haylou GT1 Plus. I'm currently sitting in my car, so there is a little bit of traffic noise in the background. So let's see if this microphone is any good. Just testing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not bad at all, was it? But if you're in areas with more background noise, they only perform average. It's still usable, but nothing special. Since they have Bluetooth 5 and the Qualcomm aptX chip, I haven't had a single drop in the connection. So it's been perfectly stable during my test period. So overall, a very nice set of earphones from Haylou. It's not for audiophiles, but they sound quite good and are well balanced. For the price, it's a very good deal. So that's it for my review. If you liked the video, click that like button, and if you didn't already subscribe, just click that button below the video and the bell for more. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye bye.